What is going on, guys? It's Rob, aka FlightSimToday, and in today's video I am super excited because we are going to be taking a look at WeatherForce 2020 by Rex Game Studios. So it's finally here. It's finally arrived. Rex, if I can get my words out, Rex WeatherForce is now available for the new Microsoft Flight Simulator. So for you guys that don't know, these guys have been around for many years. They are masters in the art of weather depiction, if that is the right word. So we all know Microsoft Flight Simulator has had issues with the weather and getting the correct weather. This is going to fix it, I have no doubt. It's $21.95 US dollars, but again, more than worth it if this works as it should do, and all the others have done, so this should be no different. So I'm not going to go into this because you can, there'll be a link for you to go and check this out and see it for yourself. So yeah, let's just jump right in, have a look at the installation. I have already installed it, but we'll have a look at the documentation. So once you have the program downloaded and ready to go, you'll get these three here, as you see in this folder. Once you've extracted them, this Rex installer, double click it, run the installer, and you'll see if you open up the manual, if we just scroll down, I'll show you. So here, basically, you just click on next, input your information, so such as your serial number, next, dead straightforward. It does warn you, do not install it within the same flight simulator or within the flight simulator folders. Easiest way of doing it is just accept the folder if you're not sure that it pre-populates with. But yeah, once you've gone through it all, it installs, and that's it, and you can load it up. First time loading up, you will get the product registration again, username, email address, serial key. Pop all those in, hit submit, and you are good to go. So let's go and see the actual Rex 2020 WeatherForce interface. So when you first start this up, this window will be completely blank, more than likely, and this list will be blank here. To add your favorite airport, you can just click on here, search for the code, and then you can add them as you see there. But the first thing you're going to want to do is go over to settings. And in the settings, you will basically there's not a lot there, you just manipulate it. I always keep the auto update selected, but you can change to Celsius and millibars, which here in the UK is this. So the slider goes across. These are already pre-selected and I've left them as they are. If you want to fly real-time weather, this is off by default, so click that, slide that across. You can have the ability to instantly load the weather in as you're flying along. However, what I think is really neat is that it checks the weather every 10 minutes for your location and then it injects the weather in, but it will actually transition that weather over time as opposed to it just popping and changing, which it has done in the past. This will go, okay, so we're going to be down the road here at this point, let's then start to phase that in. And the weather, so you don't get that sudden change. But the settings, there's only a few there, so it's pretty straightforward to do. Again, live weather is obvious, and we'll get to that as we go. You can have weather scenarios, so you can set them in here and have them then load into the sim. And then you can search by weather. So like all the other ones, if I wanted to look up, let's say London Heathrow, and do a search, then it's brought back London Heathrow, overcast, and then it shows you the METAR for London Heathrow. I guess if we click and view it, here we go. So there's Heathrow, overcast, got all the information on, that you would possibly need from there. The other thing we can do is we can search by parameters. So if we want to have, let's say you want to look for thunderstorms, we can just search and we can find all the airports that have thunderstorms. But rain, snow, okay. So that's it really for the interface. There's no two ways, it's dead straightforward. Now let's go into the bit you've been waiting for. Let's go into the sim, and then we can see what it looks like. So what we'll do is we're going to load up. We're going to go into Manchester, and yeah, we're good to go. Now there is something I do want to point out at this moment in time, and the program will warn you when you come to inject the weather, but you need to make sure that you have the preset, not live, but preset, and set it to clear skies within the sim, and then the time that you prefer. Okay, so like I say, make sure you have clear skies in the sim when you come to load up. Okay, so here we are in the sim, and we've loaded it up. We are currently in clear skies. So let's load the program up. Here we go. So right now we need to start the injection of the weather, and that's start weather synthesis. Okay, so let's see. Once we click this should pick up the way at Manchester and inject. I think it's overcast. By looking at that. So let's click the button and then see how long it takes. Oh, and as mentioned before, it is going to tell you here as well to select the clear skies, as you've previously mentioned. Bit annoying how it shows you here and not before, but you get the idea. Make sure you have clear skies. So start it. It's now running. So at some point very soon it should inject it, and I'm not going to pause the video, do anything. This will be in real time. Again, it could be down to my connection. You have to bear that in mind as we go on this. And there we go. Just like that, it's injected the real weather for Manchester into the sim, which is cool. So a few things I do want to look at as well while we've got this open. Let's bring up the wind, and let's just put this down here. So it's no wind data. So I don't know, there was wind showing and now it's not showing. I mean, I'm trusting it that it's depicted. The wind starts going crazy over there. So let's have a look. So it's north-northwest at 10 knots. There's a bit of a breeze, to be fair. It's come back. So it's not showing the wind correct on there, but I think we always assume that was a Microsoft Flight Simulator thing. We can trust that the winds are correct in the sim. So what we'll do is let's do a weather search, and we'll try all these different ones that we see. So rain, let's have a look. The first one is the moderate rain, so CYAZ. So I'll come back to you once we've got that airport loaded up. So here we are at CYAZ. Apparently it's raining here, so we're going to start the weather synthesis. Now again, you don't have to do this every time. Once you press start and you change locations, it will automatically inject that in. I'm just showing you an example here. So let's start it, and then we'll wait to see what happens. So apparently there was moderate rain here. So let's find out what happens once it does load moderate rain in or not. See if it works. Oh, there you go. Nasty looking weather in this area. So yeah. So let's see where else we can get to. Let's load it back up, do our search. Snow. Let's see where there's snow. Moderate snow. LRBC. So I'm going to go load this sim up and then we'll go to LRBC. So loaded up where we should technically have snow, and as you see it's raining. Now I don't know if this is the program itself or if it's the sim, because I've seen the sim struggle between snow before and the transition into snow. So potentially, because some of these, it does look like it's trying to snow. If you look, it looks a little bit sleety, but it should be moderate snow. So I think it's more of a sim issue. But if it's the program itself, I know for a fact they'll update it soon. But how do I feel overall about this program? Well, guys, I've been using it for a couple of flights now, and I'm more than confident that what I see out of the window is the correct weather at that time. If it's sunny, it's sunny. If it's raining, it's raining. Yes, all right, snowing, bit different. But if it's raining, it's fine. If there's a thunderstorm, you're going to have a thunderstorm. If it's foggy, you're going to have fog. It's going to happen. There's no more worrying about the weather system in Microsoft. Yes, you have to go out and purchase another program. But guys, this is the top weather injection. Every sim enthusiast will tell you that they've always used an external program to depict the weather. This is nothing new. And this is the top stuff. If you want me to give it a score, 5 out of 5. It's only going to get better. There's sections on here currently that are showing that you can't select in the program because they're there for future updates. This is only going to get better. But yeah, if you want to fly with real weather, then go out there and buy this today. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. This is the correct weather anywhere in the world now. So with that said, if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to the channel, guys. It means a lot. Until then, take care.